There are lofty expectations at Ohio, and that's part of the reason why that this job is appealing to you or a gazillion other head coaches. How do you deal with those thoughts of maybe harsher comments from a fan base, the lofty expectations and all of that? Where are you on that sort of area of coaching and being at the helm of a program?
Well, first of all, I'm not one of those coaches that hides from that in particular. I'm still out in the public. I don't listen. I'm very, very, very comfortable in my own skin and with what I do, and I would like to be winning more right now. But I know what we do works. I've seen it work. I've seen it work multiple times. I've seen it work to a level that if we get it to here, people are going to go, wow, this is fun. Right now, at this current moment, we're not at that level. Now, do you let that distract you from what you're trying to get done, both in the short term and a little bit longer term? You can't plan it too far ahead in coaching because you won't be around if you're planning too far ahead.
Right.
But, there's two battles at work here, and one of them is to win as many games as we can this year for these seniors. That isn't going right now as well as we had hoped. But you're also trying to lay a foundation to get this thing set up, a template, so year after year after year we're competitive. And I think if you look closely at our recruiting, what we're doing that way, there's no question that's certainly happening.
Your thoughts on those offensive and obviously defensive ruts too. Has there been anything that you found that's been similar amongst those droughts and runs?
Well, one thing that makes us more susceptible to droughts is that we don't get to the free throw line enough, and that strings together a lot of empty possessions. If you throw in, okay, we got into the bonus, we got bumped on the perimeter here. You get a bonus free throw, knock them both down. All right, we've got a pulse again. We don't do that very often, and we're trying to do it more. It's hard to say who our absolute go-to scorer is. It should, in theory, it should be Maurice, I would think. But with our shooting percentages hovering around 30% from three, it's also easier for teams to take him away than it would be if we had a few more shooters out on the court like they did last year. So Kellogg, Wilkins, sure. They had some more shooters out there. Now, we've tried to maximize with Tony, with Ryan, and with Bean on the court. Those are three very serviceable three-point shooters. So you're trying to do some of that. But again, we need to figure out ways to make Mo during those times a more focal point. And I've been vocal about that in the past, and I'll continue to be vocal about it.
Ohio University men's basketball on the air on Wednesday night and women's basketball on the air on Wednesday night, too. How about a nice round of applause for Bob Bolden, the second-year head coach of the Bobcats? You're 11-3, Coach. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. I think we're off to a good start.
2-1 start in Mid-American Conference play. You'll hit the road to Ypsilanti, Michigan, coming up on Wednesday night as Ohio takes on Eastern Michigan. Already more wins than you had last year. Already just a tremendous vibe to this season. Could you get a sense last year that even though the wins weren't there for your liking, but did you get a sense that things were moving towards this direction even after year one?
Well, I think you got a sense this summer that we made some progress. We talked about the things that we did poorly last year and really spent some time in the spring, late spring, and then into the summer on trying to get better at shooting the basketball. That was our number one priority. And thankfully early we saw kind of reap some of the rewards of that hard work, and that's kind of carried through.
The cool thing here is you're doing things that haven't been done recently. You talk about making an impact on a program. You, your players, your staff, you have the ability to do that this year, and you're doing that this year, and that just keeps it all going, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's a little bit exciting. It's nice to be rewarded for your hard work. I think it probably encourages people to continue to work when you reap the rewards of the time and effort that they put into getting better. So it was nice to experience some early success. Our challenge will be to make sure that we experience some success in late January and into February and March.
Not only is Coach a heck of a coach, but you hear that if I fall away and you need somebody to host a sports talk show, he would be the guy to do it. I think the Saul and Bob show would be tremendous.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm open. You never know how long this coaching thing's going to last. I mean, The bottom line is we're in a replacement business. I'm going to get replaced one way or another. Hopefully I don't get
Not
fired.
if you keep winning games like you are.
No, that'll be good, and I'll try to stick around as long as I can. But, if there's an opportunity to be the GM of the Browns, it's something I would entertain. I don't think I would do it now. I think we're in a better situation here than in Cleveland. But, maybe in a couple years, if we can win a couple titles and see what we can do, maybe go that direction.
Who's criticizing your broadcast?
Oh, I'm sure there are tons. I would like to think 85.
Show of hands in here. Let's just make it interesting. Who? Whoa! Don't all stand up.
Everybody's. Saul, was a good show. Thanks for the visit. We'll talk in pregame on Wednesday night.
You take care.
That's Saul Phillips, the head coach of Ohio basketball. Thanks to Tim Bickford for his good work back at our IMG studios. Our coverage as follows: 6:30 Wednesday night, 7 o'clock for the tip. Rob Cornelius and I will have the Rockets and the Bobcats on this Ohio IMG Sports Network.